Every day we take leaps, still trying to perfect the drop. Every verse I make a point. Let's see if you connect the dots.
Yo, what up? What up, world? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Connect the Dots, hosted by yours truly, the newfound Lusound Riley B. And as always, powered by Suburban Pro Studios. And man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited because we got a special guest in the building, man. We gonna talk about all the ways that makes this individual special, man. We got REACEYUNG in the building, man. What's going on, man?
My brother, peace.
Man, thank you for coming through, man.
Man, what make me so special?
Appreciate you.
Man?
Hey, look, man, you gonna let the world and then tell them what make you special, man. But number one, the first thing that make you special is for you. You from the crib, man. You represent something. You saying something.
Most
you know what I mean? So I
right.
appreciate you carving out the time and the energy to grace the platform with your presence, man, for sure.
Hey, it's an honor, my boy.
Look,
we finna really connect the dots on here tonight, you hear me?
For sure, man. And man, before we get to the bars, man, like, I just want just a little background on REACEYUNG, man, because I've been seeing your name. I've been hearing things about you for some years now, but for whatever reason, I wasn't tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was. You know, everybody life be lifing and stuff, man.
Word.
And it's like, but me personally, I just want to know, like, how and when did you get your start at this thing, man, hip hop, man?
I started making hip hop music full time in 1999.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't have access to studios in the city or nothing like that.
Okay.
But I just stayed in the crib making music best of my ability. I used to make records on the Talkboy.
Okay.
And record over my grandmother's church sermons. You know what I mean? So that was my only way of recording late 90s like that. But when I left in the early 2000s and went to college and met my brother Black Grits, he's the one who pretty much ushered me in the door of recording music and stuff like that. So I've been active 25 years now.
Yeah. So you got some 10,000 hours in this thing.
Yes, sir.
For sure, man.
Extensive history when it comes to battle rap. You know what I'm saying? The earlier years, you know, once it got popular, like the thing to do, I kind of shied away from it a little bit. I actually was on what's that joint BET had?
The
College Tour.
Oh yeah, College Hill, or was it?
No, not College Hill. You know how they used to go to the black colleges and be battle rapping and all that. You remember that?
I can't think of the name.
BET
I know what you're talking
Black
about.
College Tour type thing. I actually won.
Oh wow! Oh
You know what I'm
shit!
saying? I was
That's
a
dope.
battle rapper back in the days, but I kind of left that craft alone once I started to be more settled with it and realized, you know, it's not really my lifestyle, you know.
Did you feel like, because I had this talk with people, like, sometimes, like, growing up then, you let me know if you share this sentiment. Like, I felt like to be a complete MC, to make music, I felt like battle rap was one of the elements I had to have, whether I wanted to or not. I felt like I had to be able to freestyle, to write, and be ready or willing to battle at any moment. Did you kind of feel like you needed that, or was it just another element?
Honestly, being around somebody like Black Grits coming up, he took my element of freestyle away from me. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I used to think that that's all I knew how to do was freestyle and come off the top. But he had us in the studio and was like, Reese, you can't even make a song. Your element of freestyle doesn't even matter. So as a young kid, at 17, I was like, I can't make a song, bro, but I can freestyle it. You know what I mean? So he kind of just sent me to the back cave, and I didn't make music anymore until I understood how to make a song. So once I got nurtured into making songs, my element of freestyle kind of just died, if that make any kind of sense. But it comes alive here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm in the studio and we recording, I'm with Rim and we recording on the fly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can be one take Jake sometimes.
Yeah.
But the element of battle rap and freestyle was just kind of taken away, off of the strength of being able to make songs from scratch and stuff like that. If that make any kind of sense.
No, for sure, for sure. I feel like when even if you had it for a little bit, I feel like it never go away. Even like, cause I feel like you.
Oh, it can go away if you don't practice it.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it kind of got he kind of like, and him being an older guy than me during that time, I looked up to him a lot. So he was a super producer even back then. And like being from the crib, I never had nobody to help shape and mold my style or even understand certain studio shit or nothing like that. I ain't know none of that. I learned everything I know now from Black Grits, and I kind of owe it all to him, to be real.
Did you then have the same kind of like style and voice that you do now? Because right now, like, man, your voice cuts through tracks like butter, man. Like, I'm such a hip hop head that I don't associate people that say, oh, they sound like they from New York or whatever. But I just feel like your voice and tone and the way you approach tracks is just immediately, it stands out. Did you kind of always have that, or was it something that kind of developed?
Nah, I used to emulate Lloyd Banks and Jay-Z all the time. And I used to try to inflict my voice to be a certain type of way, but in my earlier years, you know, I got to a pinnacle in my career where it just didn't make sense to be comfortable with a voice that wasn't mine. You know what I mean? So a lot of kids, a lot of artists, they had that complex of, do my voice sound good enough for a track, or should I make my voice inflection sound a certain type of way? Not everybody that real enough with themselves to even care about that. So I got to a point to where I felt like, damn, my real voice, you rocking with it like that? And Grits was just like, yeah, nigga, use your real voice. What the fuck you doing? You not Joe Button, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And I've been so in my own lane and my own sound and comfortable ever since then.
Yeah. Man, that's dope, man. I was disappointed when I found out that I wasn't hip, because I pride myself on, at least through my journey of being an artist, that I try to be hip to all the other sounds that we have here, because we have so many, man. I know at one point in time, like, only one sound was being promoted to the masses, but we had so many sounds, and we have so many sounds now. We got such a rich history in music. And so when I hear your music, I feel like it's reflective of education of past sounds and new sound, or just St. Louis history in general. Like,
most definitely.
Where you kind of tapped into earlier sounds here, like just St. Louis history?
I'm tapped into the culture of hip hop history at a young age. So I always, when I had a chance to sit back and see Dr. Dre signing his albums in our record store in the 90s, I knew out the gate that's what I wanted to do. I didn't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew out the gate that's what I wanted to do. So when I would sit back and just watch shit, you know what I mean? I just knew the position that I needed to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because being from the crib, at a certain point in time, we did only have one style and sound and certain things like that. And I knew that in my style, I wanted to cover more than what was displayed. And I realized at a younger age that our true sound and culture really wasn't out there in the front like that. So as a young kid, I sat back and calculated that, and I studied the youth. I studied the ones before me, and I felt I wanted to meet them in the middle, and that's just where my style been ever since. If that make any kind of sense.
No, for sure. And like with kind of where it is now, do you feel like our sound, do you feel like we have a specific sound? Because I know a lot of people joke about St. Louis having one sound. I think it's we have so many sounds. Like, what you feel about the sound of St. Louis, I guess?
We have our lingo.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We have that. We have our actual cultured way that we live. But I think to put us all in a box and say that we got a specific sound, I think that's just a little crazy right now. Because we got you. We got Nando. We got country artists. We got so many other artists, and they sound completely different. So to say that we got a specific sound, I wouldn't say that. But for us cultured hip hop, I mean, we trying. We knocking on the door if we not there already, but it's gonna take a few bit more looks. And we'll have our sound. If we keep working, we gonna have it for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that 100%. I feel like we knocking at the door, and then we have so many sounds to offer, which is why I feel like what people like you represent and what you push sonically, it represents us in not just a music bubble, but a passionate bubble of where the things that we grew up or how we came up, how it's illustrated. Like it's a passionate, real feel. Whether you a backpacker or I don't know a conscious dude or a street dude, drill dude. I just feel like everything a lot of us make is at least it's real and it's passionate and it's authentic. Which is why I feel like when you go places, people notice that about us.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know it's not always received because people think, oh, they just Nelly and Chinky, but we got so much, man.
No, that's true. When I'm in different states and different music communities, they look at us completely different. And when they come across
good or
us,
bad, you think?
Some of us in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was in LA one time and we was chilling and some dude told me to get my eagle on. I mean, I don't think he was trying to be funny or disrespectful, but I automatically asked him, yo, my man, I'm not a stripper, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you telling me to do a stripper dance dirty? No. You know what I mean? But then you know how that could go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we could get misrepresentation can affect us a lot if we don't wrap our arms around that, for real. But every artist got their own style.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Everybody got their own style and sound, and it's enough supporters around to go around for all of us. So.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta wrap our heads around that. I think so many of us are ego driven, to say the least. We think that we either have to be the one or the guy that has to absolutely change it as one singular person. But I think concentrated effort from everybody is kind of what can help us, get to where we're trying to get to, man.
Most definitely. But that's not always received that way.
Facts. Yeah.
Because not everybody vibration is there to even tap into that. To even, see what's going on with that. But I agree 100%.
That kind of leads me to like your project, man, Harder to Lou.
Which one?
Two. I got to go back and tap into one because you just put out Harder to Lou 2. I know you've been dropping the videos. Happy Box C is one of my favorite joints on there, man. And like, when I first just turned the project on, I was like, where the hell I been? You know what I mean? Like, it was just, it was so unique. Like, for real, man, I'm like, this don't sound like nothing I've ever heard from the crib or just in general. You know what I mean? So, I was immediately impressed and it made me want to keep listening. And then when I forgot which video I saw first, but Rimride shot it, man, and I'm like, shoot, I've been knowing Rim for a minute and I still ain't, you know what I mean, ran into this guy. So I'm like, man, I was impressed and I wanted to hear so much more. It made me want to know more about you, like if it was like any local collabs you had that I had just missed, or was it just like, just error on my end, just not being hip?
No, it's not that you not hip. We actually was in some of the same circles.
Fact, yep.
You just didn't come across me, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna come across everybody from St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
even though it be seeming like we do, because it's such a small place.
Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that can put you on game. But yeah, Happy Box C, I definitely get a lot of respect and kudos for that joint.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Daryl Beats, he crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of coming up in some of the same circles, man, we talked before and then we realized that we both used to be in this spot called
the Bar Salon.
Bar Salon. We called it, I think it was called Live Lyrics, but it was the Bar Salon over there in Pine Line. And our homie Bryce, man, his peoples was on in the spot, and man, we used to be in there just going crazy. That was like my early stumping grounds of like learning how to perform and stuff, man. So like, shout out to Bryce. It's just crazy how
shout out to Bryce.
You know people, but then you don't know people, and vice versa, man. So it was
small city
times for sure.
Man. We almost got killed over there.
It was definitely always some shit going on.
My pop pulled up like, son, he supposed to be in school. What you doing over here? And I'm just doing the show with me and my little cats. He was like, nah, you sliding up out of here with me right now. Yeah, you know what I mean, so it was a hot little spot, but I definitely tore it down during that time. I remember.
Sure.
Bar Salon. Big shout out to the Bar Salon and Bryce.
Yeah, man. It was you ain't know who you was seeing there, man. I would go in there, but once I think the first time we went, we just kept going back. Because we didn't know what we was doing. We was like 17, 18, maybe even 16. And we were just like, man, this is our first chance of like figuring out if people like us or not. You know what I'm saying? Picking up a microphone.
I actually thought that spot was dope because it was people in there getting haircuts and girls coming in there getting their hair done.
Yeah.
And we over there on the
stage.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was definitely an experience back in that time, for that time, you mean?
For sure, man. What can we look forward to, man, in 2025 from REACEYUNG?
You really want to know?
For sure, 100%.
To get straight to it, Thoughts of King Sullivan. It comes out February 28th on my birthday. We gearing up for that right now.
It's a hell of a title.
Hey,
hell of a title. Yeah.
My brother over here, he know what's going on. You know what I mean? But Thoughts of King Sullivan, that's my next project coming up. Harderloo 2 is just like the biscuits that you get at Red Lobster. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a good time creating it at Shock, but we definitely finna push the green button on Thoughts of King Sullivan. Then I got Harderloo 3. Then I got the cassette tape, Volume 3. I got a lot of volumes. You know what I'm saying? Having a catalog of 63 albums that I have laid out over my lifespan as an artist. You know what I'm saying? We just rolling them out.
Oh, that's gonna be tough, man. I'm excited. I know if y'all ain't excited, y'all need to be excited, man. Y'all gotta tap into REACEYUNG, man. I'm just getting hip, and I'm glad that I done finally got here, man, because it's we got, like I said earlier, we got so much talent here, man. And I look forward to seeing what you're doing. I appreciate you, man. I'm proud of the steps, man, and just putting the city on.
But in hindsight, I mean, like growing up, coming up, it was a little hard. I mean, not everybody respect your creativeness. Not everybody, if you're not in a certain group or niche of folks, you won't really get certain looks here. You know what I mean? So when I had the opportunity to go to college, I never wanted to go to college, to be real.
Yeah.
I went to Lincoln University, and that's when I kind of just, broke out of being shy with my creations. And we had a studio at our high school. I went to Roosevelt.
Okay.
On the south
side.
You know what I mean? And they never let me in the studio. I guess I wasn't ill enough, or you know what I mean? They never let me down at that joint. But I provided all the music for everybody to rap on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was selling it through school. I even had the school get shut down for a few hours because cats was going crazy over the mixtape era. You know, in the early 2000s, mixtapes was very prevalent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And having a family store, Downtown Music on 4th Street.
Oh, okay.
I had a chance to have my hands in so much different stuff, you know what I mean? And I would get the tapes and copy them and bring them to school and had the whole school on lock.
So was that, like, I know you mentioned, like, you didn't feel, I guess, you didn't feel support at first with the way you were doing things?
Yeah.
And did that kind of lead you to that way, or was that after that?
No, that was first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, having that, having my hands in the music store, our family having that, that was my first look.
Okay.
I didn't even know how to make rhymes then, you know what I'm saying? But I was inspired by it, you know what I mean? And I knew cats was going crazy over the beats, instrumentals, and they was hard to come by in the early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? That's before LimeWire and all of that. So we would get them fresh from the East Coast and
I didn't know that.
package them up, DJ Arms, and I had all of them. I mean, every volume, so I would just be selling them through school, and I used to pay bills like that as a young dude. You know what I mean? And that was my hustle until I left St. Louis and got with Grits, and I started to understand the music business to some point to where I can even have a fingerprint on it or know what's what. And once I learned that I was in artists' pockets and bootlegging their records and stuff like that, I completely did away with it. And started to hum in on my own craft. And it took me a while. Definitely took me a while to find my sound, find my style, I used to be just like these young kids out here now, wanting to kill everything in their music. And even though that might not be their life per se. I mean, that's just what you're doing because it was cool. And I'm not afraid to admit anything like that. I mean, I'm very transparent as an artist. A lot of guys aren't. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that's just what it was during that time.
That's what we need more, man. Transparency, vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Most
I think
definitely.
that's I mean, just in life sometimes, but definitely with the music, man. That grabs people's attention. I think it keeps you grounded, keeps you humble.
Well, I think being grounded comes a lot from the home.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And my father didn't allow any street business from me. You know, when he saw me drifting off and trying to do certain things, trying to be cool, he definitely would.
Yeah.
He would, put that fire out the minute that he saw it starting. It's actually why he sent me out of St. Louis, because I was getting into the wrong things. I was getting inspired by the wrong things, and he was like, oh, hell no, go to college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Jeez.
my mom was already in Jefferson City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she left St. Louis due to, she went through a lot of abuse and a lot of wild shit was happening to our family. So she escaped that to give us a better way of life out there. You know what I mean? Where it's real quiet at. I mean, I didn't really agree with any of that, but I mean, that's just what it was at the time.
Yeah. Man, but you found your way back, man. I'm
Always.
sure that was needed, man. We all know, man, there's so much stuff we can get wrapped up in here. Distractions and everything else, man. So,
hey, being in a different town, creating all of this, really set the stage for us, my stylist, because out there in me in Missouri, you don't have a lot of distractions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I was able to get with Grits, and Nico would tell you I met him there.
Yeah.
I mean, we all went to school there. I mean, being in a place like that, I was able to be isolated and focused, you know what I'm saying, without a lot of distractions. And big shout out to different parts of Missouri for that.
That'll work, man. Look, and if people don't know, man, I fully support what you're doing, man. Like I said, I'm a big fan. Shoot, I feel like we got to get some work done, man.
Oh, we will.
I'm still
Definitely.
out here doing this, man. So, again, I appreciate you bringing your energy and your time and efforts to the platform, man, because I feel like this shit is it needs to be represented and talked about, and just being a part of these early journey of this thing, man. We got a long way to go, man.
I appreciate you for doing this, because being from the crib, not a lot of people would focus on other artists. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would pretty much focus on themselves, and it could be like a pissing match, you know what I mean? But you taking the time out to do this for the culture of what we doing, I appreciate you for that, you know what I mean?
Hey,
real life, you know what I mean? Not a lot of do that. You know what I mean? Because, St. Louis is a different energy.
We done had that crab in the bucket mentality for a long time.
Oh, we still got it. I don't see it going anywhere. That's why I try to, if I got some information that can help the next artist, I definitely will sprinkle it on them. And if they ain't trying to hear it,
that's another barrier that I feel like is always like information barriers. Like,
yes, sir.
So many of us have to do so much, of trial and error because somebody doesn't want to tell us something, or they don't want to, they want to gatekeep, for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? And just, when you can help and stop so many other people that's on the come up from making some of the same mistakes you made. But
in these other communities and states out there in ATL and Cali, the music communities embrace each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's street business involved, I mean, then it's going to be different politics. But out there, they pretty much embrace everybody. When I was in L.A. in the studio, like, hella different artists was in there, and they all in there giving each other the game on what they should be doing. I'm sitting over there in the corner like, damn, we don't do none of this where I'm from, bro. You know what I mean? And they just, being able to be in different places, to see what they doing there and bring it back home was always a gift and joy, too.
Man, blessings. I think we got something good moving forward, man. I think we got a lot to build on. Still got a lot of work to do. But
we always had a lot to build on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that people focus on the bricks that we was using to build. If that make any kind of sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we here right now. You say newfound loose sound, you know what I mean? So that's why when we talked and you said that, I was like, damn, that kind of resonate with what's going on in today's time as far as all the new sounds that we actually do have, because they wasn't always there, you feel me?
Yeah. I think that's what makes this special, man. And I can't wait till the project next year, man. I need to go back and go dive into Harder Lou 1, and I'm ready for that album coming out in February.
Harder Lou, the first one, you know what I mean? It was good. I had a good time creatively putting it together, but certain circumstances kind of made me just shy away from the records because, when business isn't taken care of properly, I kind of like abort it, if that make any kind of sense. But I always stuck in there and never stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel what I feel about the project, I still I still seen it through to the end. And just because I felt what I felt for that album creatively, that's what birthed Harderloo 2. I wasn't even gonna make Harderloo 2 a series, a Harderloo period, a series or nothing, because it's originally a mixtape that I put out in 2005.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of just picked apart from it and, restructured it and made records, songs more so than freestyle. So if you ever hear any of my records and you just hear me just rhyming all the way through the beats, that's just me keeping that element of rap that I always felt that we lacked. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole reason why I even do that shit, to be honest.
Man, look, that's a perfect segue, man. Rapping all the way through the beats, man. Can we give him a couple bars or something, man, on Connect the Dots, man? Can we do a little something, man?
You sure?
Yeah, hey.
If you would, we're gonna jump right to it.
Man, let's get to it, man.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Connect
I'm
the
ready.
Dots. We got REACEYUNG in the building. Let's do it.
Take you to a place where some look at it as it ain't safe. But when it comes to me, I look at it as it's just home. I'm sorry for the time I've been gone. Chill, I've been close by, just watching from afar. Mixed by Ali, called me a Lou nigga with sauce. Lunatic Ali told me I was a god. That's the type of fuel that I had to keep me going. Gotta tell it from both sides. Long time I've been wise. Everything is pride, rap version of rally fries. And the ones with me know these ain't regular guys. They are from a place they call dead, but it's alive. Everybody killing us daily, losing their lives. They gon' change the face, but the same rules apply. Dirty gave him the vibe that he wanted to send him goodbye. Listen, how much more will I apply? More pressure I apply. Way back to St. Louis. That Patrick ain't you, and that's what he said in the class, droning on him. Dirty left school, came back with it on him. Murph tackled him, forgot what Sarge did. In school suspension, catch up in the teacher's seat. Dirty said whoever snitched on him, he gon' clap him. It was so funny to me, I was the one laughing. A space over from his seat, I walked right past him, pointing at him immaturely, joking about his life. Back in those times, wait, I was out of mind. Black cloud mind, dark shades over eyes. Feeling detrimental to be feeling like the prize. Watching waves rise on these riverfront ties, on these riverfront steps. I've been asking God, why things so fraught? Cut this train of thought and just let it be. Gather my belongings and just head up by 70. My city got a roadblock, me I got legacy. Brew a lot of things, but I never brew jealousy. Fresh harvest, pure sound of longevity. Soul feel like it should have been conceived in the 70s. My mama gave birth in 88. See, my birth was a sunny summer, and me, I took the cake. Listen, what I represent, pure truth this is. And top shelf St. Louis rap elements. No road for me to follow, I developed this. Harderloo vest, soda, rap beverage. The elevator in the arts to me where leverage is. If hip hop had a son, I'm the specimen. I grow to be the one or external deficit. Riverfront times, good times, remember this. Present day time, people don't remember shit. My riverfront times make my mind limitless. We gon' connect the dots.
Oh, man, look.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Whew. This is Connect the Dots, man.
Yes, sir. You
That is
fucking with it
REACEYUNG, man.
all day.
Look, man, we got so much more in store. Man, look. If you not spending something like that, man, what you doing it for, man? This is Connect the Dots. That is REACEYUNG, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Peace. Thanks
Make
for
sure
having
y'all
me,
like,
for real.
comment, subscribe, and let us know who you want to see next, man. Powered by Suburban Pro Studios. I'm Riley B.
Peace.
And until next time,
REACEYUNG, I'm out.
Every day we take leaps, still trying to perfect the drop. Every verse I make a point. Let's see if you connect the dots.